time he got Wendy Williams terminated on the grounds that we were out there that entire end of the week, and Wendy Williams had delivered a few pictures of Puff, and it gave the idea that a man was pulling down his jeans. What really happened was that a Wendy Williams, she got terminated from High 97 on the grounds that she had an image of Puffy, and she was saying on air that she planned to uncover the image and what was in the image. We were in Cancun and we were en route to the island of people for reasons unknown. Buddy was playing with Puff. He went behind him and got his trunks and pulled them down. Radio character sometime in the distant past. Her name was Wendy Williams and she was essentially singed at the stake for discussing such, and presently it's undeniably completed the cycle. You understand what's more regrettable? You realize hip bounce wearing skirts or hip jump being closeted and having a plenty of children to demonstrate masculinity that you know, and refusal of something that you shouldn't need to deny. I mean, it's possibly anticipated that in the event that you're professing to be directly to the world, you ought to likely not have exposed photos of a man pulling your jeans down. Right, very much. Let me be quick to let you know that Diddy doesn't appears to have abandoned his life for a long while now, as Wendy Williams has recently taken her quick reaction on the rapper to an unheard of level with her new disclosures discussing how hip bounce and homosexuality makes the previous moderator as of late messed everything up on Diddy, and the blowback on the rapper is beginning to go crazy. What did Wendy uncover, you ask? Plan to have your jaws dropped. The web is humming with tales that our darling television star Wendy Williams has a photograph of two naked men coursing around, and what has tons swaying much more is the likelihood that one of these exposed skin guys could be, as a matter of fact, the infamous Diddy. Now, before you begin feigning exacerbation. Furthermore, considering this only phony news, we should recall that Wendy Williams is known for being obtuse and backing up her cases with hard proof, and think about who's approached with a succulent data to help this stripped talk. As a matter of fact, Diddy's previous protector quality arrangement yet stand by. There's more. A performer named Puma Wright has additionally been spilling the tea on certain contentions, including enormous names like Diddy and Alicia Keys, and keeping in mind that the vast majority would stay silent about this sort of stuff, Wright has been bravely getting down on them, and it appears as though Bargain is her ally. People to statement him: individuals continuously sending me stuff. Man, they sent me this stuff on Panther. Right, I recognize you got us a ton of stuff. You talking is truly. As per Bargain, there was an episode at a club in Philly where he saw the terrible Kid Boss advising R&B vocalist Music Soul Child to remove his turban. Get out whatever. However, stand by this transform. Bargain proceeded to disprove Puma privileges guarantees that he was paid to keep calm, offering her a major go-ahead for standing up. He then pulled together the discussion on the ongoing emergency within reach. In the meantime, Wright has been releasing a few significant allegations against her Xbox, guaranteeing that he did a tricky things despite her good faith. Now is the right time to give these charges a significant search. In his words, child, young lady, pay attention to me. Ain't no one taken care of enormous gene. Ain't no one ran huge gene off. It's not happening. Never. Brandon. Never wills, never have. From no one or no man. Darling, you're violated about that. So I've heard you say that 2 times. Someone sent that to me 2 times. So I'm simply telling you, child, young lady, I don't realize you actually do. You see, yet I regard what you do. However, you are off base when you tell, except if it's another protector. They have enormous prison. You may be talking about another person. You're not talking about large quality arrangement. Endeavored to shield himself against the charges made by Wright and Williams, yet his comments just helped their cases. He asserted that he had seen things while working for Diddy that had made him go to religion for comfort. The ex-guardian then, at that point, brought up Mary J. Blige, who Wright had likewise blamed for bad behavior. Panther had claimed that Blythe had been keeping her appreciation for ladies concealed for quite a long time before the tune outrage broke and, surprisingly, provoked her to a melodic standoff. Regardless of confronting analysis from Summer Walker, White stayed resolute and kept on pursuing different big names on Instagram. She gave a test to the sovereign of hip bounce soul, Mary J. Blige, demanding that Blige had been hiding her actual sexuality for a really long time. White wouldn't withdraw even in that frame of mind of resistance. About Mary, Jagger said, I can create my own tunes. I can plunk down with a capable blend designer and walk the entire way through a blend. I can do those things. Mary, could you what at any point might you at any point do Mary other than playing spruce up and eating grab in dull spots, trusting no one finds out and assuming I'm lying? Sue me, Barry. They were my commendation they needed to alter in praise, since when she came and performed everyone in the MTV studio just said they even saw her like she was something in the zoo. They didn't applaud Mary. They didn't applaud Mary by any stretch of the imagination, and you want to move past yourself too. That is the reason you pay and can do all that cash. See, that is your issue karma. You ain't only a hood rodent who stayed there and has attempted to hinder individuals who were more noteworthy than you. When my collection came out, she told the chief of our organization that little cross looked at she let him know it, and this was at the MTV turned off studios. She had the changing area close to mine. She was so terrified when she came in on the grounds that when we had practice she went first to see the sovereign. I came later. She didn't hear me at practice. She didn't hear what I was coming in to do. So when she came into MTV studios, we were doing the run of show and I needed to perform. Gene Bargan proceeded with a conversation on Puma Freedom's allegations against Diddy. In one more video he brought down into Diddy's indicated homosexuality and over alluded to him as physically adaptable. Besides, Bargan guaranteed that Diddy had went with show to a gay bar, hinting that it was arrangement's liability to screen the terrible Kid Chief's connections with different men. These cases appear to loan believability to Privilege's claims against Diddy during the meeting. Quality referenced, I know that for a reality since I was not too far off. He said, yo, Quality, watch the entryway and don't allow no one to come through. I said, I'll watch the entryway, and assuming I watched the entryway, he and a man ran out exposed, and I said, that ain't no one let me know that I saw that myself. I'm letting you know what I saw. Quality has added to the all-around existing heap of cases against the music magnate with a stunning meeting where he made a few frightening charges. As per Pants, in the mid-2000s, when he was working for Diddy, he went with him to an extraordinary bookshop where the big shot supposedly bought a sack of sex toys for his children. The catch: the pack purportedly contained a lot of butt plugs, leaving many individuals upset. Gene proceeded to uncover that Diddy intended to take these toys to Work Rules house after a show in North Carolina. Quality attempted to work him out of it, yet Diddy was tenacious. The news has surprised virtual entertainment, with individuals communicating shock and skepticism at these claims. Yet, Quality isn't the one in particular who has fascinating stories to tell. Wendy has communicated her dismay with the unavoidable homophobia in the hip bounce local area. That is everything she said to me. I'm not down with any of that. It wouldn't be my man. To be exceptionally clear, there were bunches of gay people during the 1980s too. What's more terrible, hip jump wearing skirts or hip jump being closeted and having a plenty of children to demonstrate masculinity, and that and refusal is something that you shouldn't need to deny. There were numerous circumstances once upon a time in my profession, and it's all approaching round trip now. The new conversation about Diddy's sexual tendencies raises the unavoidable question: is he private? His sexuality has been a subject of tattle for some time, yet he has likewise been sincerely connected with conspicuous ladies like the departed Kim Dorman. These associations have brought about a few kids remembering for Christian Brushes, who is presently chasing after a vocation in diversion in spite of Diddy's rehashed statements that he isn't gay. His activities over the course of the years have radiated an alternate impression. In one ongoing music video highlighting the rapper, his verses read, once in a while I ask myself, like, you realize what is it will take for me not to be reluctant to be cherished, the manner in which like I truly need to be cherished, separated by, yet that I know how I truly need to be adored, yet I'm like frightened to outrageously feel that it's like you need something, yet you couldn't say whether you can deal with it. Perhaps one day I'll move past my feelings of dread and I'll get hip. Bounce has achieved various good changes, yet its predominant homophobia has hurt American culture. The class profoundly imbued homophobia makes it trying for even high-profile figures like Diddy to openly recognize their sexual direction. Pundits bring up that enemy of gay slurs are presently typical in rap. In any event, when edified rappers like J. Cole use them anyway, there is potential for change later on. Alright, that is all there is to it for the time being. Nevertheless, if it's not too much trouble, hit that like button and buy in for additional updates. Farewell.